In this video, we're going to be talking about how to sell your online course program, even if you don't have one yet. I've been doing this for almost a decade without paying ads, without having a following, and I'm going to show you how you can too. Ciao, my name is Monica, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. I am an entertainer turned edutainer, meaning that I used to be an actress, stand-up comedian, writer, producer from Italy. I worked in Europe and here in the United States, but then I became a transformational coach and hypnotherapist, and with time I also became a business coach because people were asking me, how do you do it? And so I started helping online entrepreneurs build their businesses successfully. I want to start off talking about that I stopped taking advice from people who are kind of famous or who have built their businesses in 2015 because they're not in the trenches anymore. And most of those advices are kind of outdated. What worked before, prior, it doesn't work now. I invested in a lot of programs like that, and what I've realized is that I started having results with people who were just a few steps ahead of me because they just took those steps, and especially those people who show me the results. Today, we don't want to be sold to. We don't want to be pitched to, especially if it's a cold DM, especially if someone that we don't know. Even the way that we consume content is different. Things have changed drastically. Having an audience already, I mean, it's great, right? That's what we are striving for, all of us. We are trying to build our audience, our following. But how do you do it when you start from zero? Well, let me tell you that having an audience is not necessary to build your high ticket offer, and especially to sell it organically. And when I talk about high ticket, it could be a mastermind, a program, a cohort. Also, you don't have to spend money on ads. Actually, I would advise against it, especially if you never sold any unit, any program yet, because you still need to test your messaging. So if I were to start over today, this is what I would do. I'm gonna share it with you. And this is actually what I teach to my clients every day. And by the way, I just realized that all of my clients have 100% success. The people who enroll in my program and people who do the work, they all have success. So this is a huge milestone for me, and I'm celebrating today. As you probably already figured out on your own, an online program, course, will not make you rich overnight. And people who are selling that, well, they're not telling the truth. There's more that goes into that. It's because they are pushing their own agenda to you, to us. But if you're willing to put the work and work with someone who has done it themselves, who has done it for other people, who have a proven framework and can deliver results that you can actually see, then it's really possible to build a profitable online business that nurtures your soul without ads, without having a following, and have results fast. Here's what I mean when I say that things have changed as well. One of the things that I've always helped my clients with, and that I still do, is finding their niche, right? But the way that we niche down now is very different than 5 years ago. Actually, when I pivoted a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, I started making more money. When I niched up, I started attracting more people. And when I say niched up, it's not that you don't have to find your own thing. You need to be specialized for something. But things have changed in that aspect as well. I call it zone of genius. And so it's not about the person that you're going to help, the specific person, age range, that is actually a demographic, but is the problem that you're solving, the thing that you want to be known for. Especially when you're selling transformation, totally possible without ads and a following. I personally struggled when I started out because I was selling the intangible. I was a transformational coach, and then I became a hypnotherapist. So people were telling me, oh, I love what you do, but no thanks. Best advice ever? Keep it simple. As entrepreneurs, creative, we want to do it all. We can help so many people. We can do all these creative things, but those are just distraction to the main thing. So it's like, okay, you can work on 5 things at the same time. Yes, you can, because they're very creative, and you can. We are multitasking all the time. But imagine you have 5 little hills to climb, right? For the main mountain that is your end goal. If you're trying to climb all of these little hills, like 2 steps here, 3 steps here, 1 step, hold on, another step there, it's harder to get to the top of the first hill. Yes, you're working all of these things, but it's much better to accomplish one thing, so then you can ride the wave and get one thing done, This is a hack for productivity as well. And the thing is that you can actually scale to $1 million with one high ticket offer only. So it's all up to you. There's a lot of people who are offering all sorts of things like business suites and then low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket, but I feel that people are overcomplicating it, and I don't want to work on my business 24/7. I have kids, I have a family, I have a life that I want to live. Hopefully you too. And so you can definitely scale with one offer only. And then you decide from there what you want to do. Maybe you want to add other things or maybe not. And if you have a lot of ideas, a lot of things that you want to do, right? For example, you want to do a program, you want to do a mastermind, you want to do an event, you want to do a retreat, you want to do, just list them all out and see which one feels best to you. And that's why I love high ticket, because that's the simplest way to do it. If you have a low ticket, or you have to have a big audience to sell it to, because you need a lot of units to make your monthly revenue outcome desired. But if you don't have that, if you don't want to spend money on ads, then I would go with high ticket. And high ticket can be anything between 1,000 up. Some people say the high ticket is from 5,000 up. It depends on what you consider high ticket. It's always subjective. The simpler you keep it, the faster you get to your goal, because you're putting all of your attention to one thing. Your energy, your creativity, they're going towards that little goal, and then you can focus on the next one. Or you can scale this one. Then this is super important. Number 3, the way you convey what you do is probably the most important thing ever, which is messaging. Messaging is key. And when you add storytelling to it, you become the go-to expert, you become the go-to person that people want to pay because they relate to your story, because you ignite emotions within them, and people buy through emotions and justify it by logic. I'm hosting a training free of charge to help you unlock the power of your story and use storytelling to build a brand that sells. Check in the comments for the invite. I'm also going to share how Hollywood makes bank through this framework and how you can too. I see so many people online spending months in trying to create a program. Oh, I have to shoot a video, I have to create the framework, I have to do this, I have to do that. And then when it's done, after 6 months, after a year, or even after 2 months, they hear crickets, nobody buys. Or maybe they have a couple of buyers. And this happens the majority of times. It's because how the product is positioned, how your program is seen by your ideal client. So, best advice I've ever received, create it before you sell it. I know it doesn't make you feel comfortable, and I'm gonna get to that in a second. But even if you're an expert at what you do, you'll be surprised how better your program will be after the feedback that your clients will give you. By creating your program with them, you are serving them at a highest level, and your offer will rise above competition. But how do you sell an offer, a program, a course that is not even created yet? This is where a lot of people feel uneasy, not having something ready yet. And so their confidence shrinks and their sales decrease. You can definitely have the bullet points ready, but you don't have to have everything in place in order to sell it. Especially if you are delivering it live, let's say with Zoom sessions and slides. You don't need fancy Canva templates or anything like that, because people, what they truly care about, what they truly paid for, is the transformation that you're providing, not the whistles and bells of your offer. So working on your inner game of sales and confidence is key when selling your offer, whether it's a $1,000 cohort or a $10,000 mastermind. Having the confidence to sell your offer while being authentic, but still positioning you, your offer, your brand as the only logical solution to their problem is super important, because people buy emotionally but justify logically. Here's what I want you to take away from all this. People do not buy courses, programs. They buy the end result that only you can offer. And in order to achieve that, they need to trust you. Come join the training, you're gonna love it. Or book a call with me and my team down below so we can help you, we can guide you through your next steps for your business success. If you have any questions about how to sell your offers organically, just let me know below. I would love to help you, even if it's just with a comment. And watch this video over here if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao.